Hello everyone. The vDiscovery team here just released a new version of VECA, so today I'm sitting down with our production manager Nikolai to talk more about what that is and what's in the new version. So Nikolai, what is VECA? Could you tell us more about that?
Sure. VECA is vDiscovery's ECA tool, or early case assessment tool. It is designed to pre-filter data before it goes for processing, saving client time and money.
Awesome. So I've heard about VECA before. What's different between the old version and the new version?
First version of VECA only supported end case images. Whenever our forensics team would acquire a hard drive, maybe from a laptop or desktop, what they would do is load the results of that image into Relativity and present it to our clients. Clients would be able to go in, figure out which files or folders they want to export, and only that data would be exported out for processing. Now in the version 2, we added support for text messages as well. So now our clients can either send us text messages or we can acquire those messages from a phone, load them in a similar environment where clients can go in, do a preview of what kind of messages they have, do basic searching. So for example, if they're looking at Slack data, they can narrow down to data by a specific channel or a date range. And then only that data would be converted to an RSMF format for review. Now, one more thing we added here is support for directory lists. While working with end-case images was great, sometimes a client would just send us a big zip file or a hard drive that just contains tons and tons of files, and they wanted to know what's on it and can they pick and choose. So having support for just plain directory lists allowed us client to do that, and now we don't have to create Excels and send them to a client, having them color files they want by green, purple, or something else. They can just use Relativity, select files they're interested in. We would export those out and then load through normal Relativity processing for review.
Awesome. So is VECA something that the client uses, or is it more of an internal tool?
So it's both. VECA is a collection of tools that we use internally. Something that forensic department uses, something that project managers uses, and some parts that our EDD department uses. And all those tools work together to create data in a way that's presented through Relativity. The end users will log into Relativity and will see their data along with visualizations, graphs, and charts. For example, distribution of text messages by day so that they know how many text messages particular person sent in that day. But it's a combination of internal tools that we use as well as Relativity front end to present data to clients.
Cool. So do you guys have any existing cases that have benefited from the use of VECA?
Yes, we have one case going on right now. Case started fairly simple. Client had maybe 5 or 6 phones, and our forensics team acquired them. They extracted all the text messages, and then we saw that there were over 1 million text messages. I guess people text a lot nowadays, but if everyone was surprised that there was so many. So this data went into VECA, and the case is actually ongoing right now. But I believe we were able to bring the results of it down to a little over 1,000 text messages. Yeah. And that makes it actually doable for a client to review that amount of data and see what's relevant and what's not relevant.
Yeah. So you mentioned that VECA can be used with directory lists. Why is that important?
Well, one of the things we really wanted to eliminate is use of Excel for directory lists. What would happen in the past, client would send us a hard drive and say, can you tell me what's on it? And we can tell you, but that's not really good. We need to create some kind of list. And what we would do in the past, create an Excel of everything that's on it. And when the client looks at it, they would highlight things they're interested in. And when you get that Excel back, you need to create a batch file to copy those files out, and there's always a problem with long paths, there's special characters, there are all kinds of little problems that will get your files copied like 99%. but then the rest of them are going to be problems because of those special characters. And of course, on eDiscovery, you can't have anything 99%. It's either 100% or it doesn't count, right? And so it would take us a lot of time to figure out where these problems are. And now having VECA, we don't have to have those problems, right? The paths exactly as they are, the loan paths are fully supported. We don't have any more of these problems. So that's why the directory list piece is something that I pushed for really strongly because, well, I'm the guy who has to deal with problems when things don't work with Excel. So I wanted to have that feature done, and I think it's going to be a huge help for me and for my team, as well as presentation to a client.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And then are there any cost savings from a hosting perspective?
Yeah, when you load data into VECA, you generally don't load native files. You load just metadata. So your hosting charges are much less. You're just utilizing space for metadata storage. The only exception could be here is for text messages. You can choose to load attachments or not. It's an option for our clients. But if they choose not to load attachments and they just want to scan through bodies of messages, the hosting is considerably less than if you were to load all data in at once.
Okay. And then is it easy to set if someone wants to try it?
Yeah, it's part of it. We have a special template and relativity, and project manager can just create a new case using that new template, and we can load data into it in a matter of minutes and have client just look at it and see if they like what they see.
Awesome. All right. Those are all my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, I'm just excited to have this version out. I think it's going to be great help for my team, as well as I'm hoping it's going to help our project management team work with data and present data to clients in a way that's easier to understand.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you for sitting with me today,
Sure.
Nikolai. And if you'd like to read more about our VECA press release, you can go onto our website, which will be linked below. Thank you.